So welcome back to another YouTube video. This is part 2 of forecasting crude oil for 2024. 1st of January today, so I just thought I'd take the opportunity just to not upload a second snippet really of what crude oil has been doing from my previous weekly forecast just over 7 days ago. So without further ado, we're going to jump straight into this YouTube video. If you're new to this channel and if you come across this content and you like it, please feel free to like and to subscribe. It helps the channel and it also just continues to inspire me to keep creating content that's specifically related to the financial markets. So now that I've said that, let's get straight into this. So currently we are on a daily chart. And I'm just on a line graph, and I'm gonna change this to a candlestick graph as always. And then what I'm gonna do is just highlight my annotations on my chart. Here we go. And then I'm gonna just jump down into a smaller time frame. So I'm gonna drop into an hourly time frame. Here we go. And just have a look at what's happened over the Christmas period, what I was anticipating going into the Christmas period, so that we can understand exactly what I was looking for, and then what to expect now that we're in 2024 in terms of the future price movements on this instrument. So what I'm going to do is drop a link to the first part 1 in this, for forecasting the crude oil, and that should show in the right hand side of the corner, so you can have a look at that. And if you do have a look at that, it will give you much more of an insight as to it will just build on from this video basically and give you much more understanding and insight as to what I was looking for, what I was looking at. So basically I think I put the video out 7 days ago on the Sunday. I think it was Christmas Eve, and obviously the market was closed because it was Christmas Eve, and I was just talking about areas of interest that I was looking for going into the Christmas trading week. So the build up after Christmas Day and Boxing Day. And there was a few annotations on my chart that I'd highlighted. So I'm just going to take out my tool here, and I'll start from here. So I had a few annotations marked above these daily highs here and this daily high, and I also highlighted in that first part video areas of concern in terms of the market trading up and then trading back down as it's done. We can see that here. It's traded back down on the Wednesday, the Thursday, and we've had some consolidation on the Friday. I was highlighted these areas here, so these daily highs here, which I refer to as equal highs. And I was also interested in this daily high. And then what we had on the 26th of December is we had a really big push in the London trading session. So here 5 a.m., 6 a.m., and then 7 o'clock in the morning, which it's New York time. I've got my trading view set at New York time, but it just correlates to the UK time. So basically this time here, 3 o'clock in the morning is 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the UK, 10 o'clock in the UK, 11 o'clock in the UK, and then 12 o'clock in the UK. So going into the lunchtime here in the UK, we had this big push, big surge, lots of volume, lots of momentum and magnitude, engulfing candles. Well, I'd say not engulfing candles, but I'd say momentum candles here, going into the lunchtime session in London. And basically we took out this daily high, and we closed higher on the 26th of December. So it's just a big push, big rally, lots of volume, and the levels that I was looking at, were taken out. So I was able to get into this trade. I got into this trade around here, and then I took my profits somewhere around here. I remember getting out the trade thinking that's enough for today. but it was a great trade. Everything planned out as exactly as I had anticipated. And then what I did on the previous days, I was just waiting for the price action, to trade back down and to trade back down into these candles here, because it was such an institutional push higher. I knew that we would see some type of resistance at this key level. We broke through it, but we haven't quite held above this key level yet. Here, we haven't held above. Here, we haven't held above. And here, we haven't held above. So 3 days of trading, we've struggled to really close above this key level, this 80 here. And again, we can see that on the Wednesday, we start to trade back down underneath it. And then on Thursday, we've dropped down, we've traded back down into these candles. And there was an area here that I was concerned about in my first part 1 video. And I was just talking about areas of interest here for equal loads. And the market traded through that on this day. And then on the Friday here, we've just consolidated here on the Friday. And in my original video, so part 1, I was looking at this move going into the end of the Christmas week, but I was also forecasting that I'd like to see price trade back down, potentially down into this key level, and then start to build up some momentum and push higher going into January, February, and March. And this is really just a short video just to kind of highlight that that's my forecast still for 24, for January, going into January, going into February, and going into March, that I'm still expecting crude oil to trade higher, so trade above this key level and start to see the closing daily price above this key level here, which is 80, so $80 a barrel. And at the moment, in terms of where price is sitting, I'm quite optimistic that we are going to begin to see, hopefully, within the first month of 2024, so within January, price begins to build up some momentum around here and trade higher. And at the moment on my chart, I've got some levels that I've marked up that are of interest to me in terms of the price trading up into these levels to confirm that momentum and that drive and that direction is to the upside. And this, I want to see these levels traded to. So these are all potential profit targets for me here. Level 1, level 2, level 3, and level 4. And I've just got a small annotation here in the middle, and it just means equal highs. It's just where the market has created a phenomena in the market which has left some type of imbalance in price, okay? And the market doesn't like to see levels that are very clean like this. It likes to trade back up into these levels because it's too clean, it's too perfect. Price hasn't had the opportunity to trade back up into these candles, and we can see it here. This is probably on a lower time frame. I've marked it up on a lower time frame, and we can see it here as well. But it's much more visible on a lower time frame. If I just drop down, if I just take that off, drop down into a lower time frame, it becomes much more clear to see here equal highs, equal highs, equal highs here, and then equal highs here, relative equal highs. And we're on a 30-minute time frame. So price really struggled to do anything on Friday. It just sat around this midpoint level, which I've marked up. It's just a midpoint between this key level, this key level. This is just a halfway mark for me that I like to keep on my chart, just to give me an idea of how price behaves around this midpoint level once it's traded down from this key level here. So once price trades down from this key level, I like to see how price behaves around this midpoint level. It's just a midpoint that I've marked up here. And so far, we've just had some consolidation. Hasn't really done anything. I can still see these relative equal highs above here. I've not marked them up because I'll just leave them and see how the market opens up tomorrow, which will be Tuesday, the 2nd of January. But yeah, really just a quick update from me. Nothing too long or too lengthy. Just wanted to provide just more of an upbeat video of what I expect going into the first week of trading. I expect price now to begin to trade higher from around these areas and begin to push up into these areas of imbalance, taking out this liquidity into Monday, potentially Monday, Tuesday. But by the end of the week, hopefully, we can see price trade up. If that doesn't happen, then what I would suggest is that, let's go to the hourly time frame, that price has still an opportunity to get back down, from this midpoint back into this key level and find support at this key level. And if I just take this off one more time and drop down into a daily, that's something that could happen. We've had 3 down days, 1, 2, 3, and generally speaking, down days are followed by up days and vice versa. But yeah, that's kind of it for now. It's not too much of a lengthy video for myself. It's just really just a quick update as to what I think will transpire going into the next couple of days of trading for the new year. And yeah, I'll probably create another video going into the second week of January, third week of January, just to see how things are shaping up. And yeah, if you're new to this channel, if you've come across my videos for the first time, please feel free to drop me any comments. If you have any, if you'd like to understand more how I look at these markets, these financial markets, whether that's, Forex markets, commodity markets, and I think for this channel for 2024, there's going to be a lot of exciting things and updates and announcements that are going to come, into 2024. And I'm looking forward to just sharing much more information around my financial model that helps me trade these markets, and how I'm able to forecast quite far into the future, which is not really a normal thing that people do. And the reason I can do that is because I've been able to create certain tools and ways of looking at quantitative ways of looking at the market that allow me to have a forecast that is based around a quarter, so January, February, March. So I'm forecasting price action, not predicting the markets, but just forecasting where I anticipate price to move over that 60-day period. Or no, it's actually not a 60-day period. It is, because it's 20 trading days in a month. So sometimes 23, 24, but it's about 60 trading days, which I call a quarter. So yeah, I think that's all for me for now. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.